Kristy Bamu was a 15-year-old boy visiting family in London during Christmas in 2010. He was healthy, intelligent, and had no history of mental illness. What began as a holiday visit ended as one of the most brutal deliverance killings ever recorded in the United Kingdom. This case is not disputed, not sealed, and not debated. It was fully investigated, prosecuted, and resulted in multiple life sentences. During his stay, Kristy was accused by relatives of being possessed by demons and practicing witchcraft. There was no medical evaluation, no psychological assessment, and no evidence presented beyond suspicion and belief. According to court testimony, his behavior was described as disobedient and secretive. That was enough. The adults involved concluded that an exorcism, referred to as a deliverance, was required to remove the evil spirit they believed lived inside him. The violence did not happen all at once. It unfolded over several days. Kristy was isolated, interrogated, and physically abused under the justification of prayer. He was beaten repeatedly with household objects. He was kicked, punched, and stomped on. Witnesses testified that he was forced to kneel for long periods while prayers were shouted at him. Each act of resistance was treated as proof that the demon was still present. As the ritual intensified, the abuse escalated into systematic torture. Kristy was stripped naked and submerged in ice-cold water to shock the demon out. He was starved, deprived of sleep, and assaulted continuously. Hot water was poured over him at times. At others, he was forced into freezing conditions. His body showed signs of repeated blunt force trauma. Bruises, internal bleeding, and organ damage accumulated while the deliverance continued. Kristy's breathing became labored. His strength faded. Witnesses later testified that he cried, begged, and pleaded for the abuse to stop. These pleas were ignored. Instead, they were interpreted as manipulation by the demon. At no point was medical help sought. At no point did the adults involved stop to reassess. The belief that they were fighting evil overrode every visible sign that a child was dying. Eventually, Kristy collapsed. His body could no longer regulate temperature. Severe hypothermia had set in. When emergency services were finally called, it was too late. Paramedics found him unresponsive. He was pronounced dead shortly after arrival at the hospital. The autopsy revealed the full extent of the violence. Kristy died from hypothermia combined with blunt force trauma. His body showed extensive bruising, internal injuries, and evidence of prolonged abuse. There were no signs of sudden accident. The medical examiner concluded that his death was the result of sustained assault. The criminal trial shocked the UK. Multiple defendants were charged with murder. During proceedings, the defense argued that the actions were motivated by religious belief and fear of witchcraft. The court rejected this entirely. The judge described the abuse as sadistic, inhumane, and deliberate. Kristy Bamu's sister and brother-in-law were sentenced to life imprisonment. Others involved received lengthy sentences. What makes this case especially disturbing is that it occurred in a modern city, during a holiday, inside a family home. There were neighbors. There were schools. There were hospitals minutes away. Yet belief created a closed system where violence became justified and mercy disappeared. Kristy Bamu was not killed in a moment of panic. He was tortured over time. Each prayer was paired with pain. Each act of violence was framed as salvation. His death stands as a documented example of how exorcism-based beliefs can turn ordinary people into executioners when suffering is mistaken for evil. This was not deliverance. It was ritualized torture ending in death, and it happened in plain sight.